G'day and welcome back to the channel, Ginger Ninja's Movie Reviews. I'm the Ginger Ninja and these of course are my movie reviews. If you're new to my channel, thank you very much for tuning in, stopping by and checking it out. And for my returning viewers, you're probably wondering what's going on. This isn't my usual style of review. You know, where's the blood? Where's the guts? Where's the craziness, the zaniness, the trashiness? No, that's right. This is a movie called Corneroffice. And I was actually lucky enough to get a hold of this from Walkden Entertainment. I'll pop Walkden Entertainment, the link down below. They've got a fantastic Instagram channel and just movies galore. Like if you love your physical media, definitely check out Walkden Entertainment. It's worth your time. Now, back to the movie. Let's have a look into it. Now, it came out in 2022, I believe, or it was made in 2022. So the director is Walkden Back. Hopefully I'm pronouncing that correctly. And the movie stars John Hamm, dannypudi, Sarah Gadon, and Christopherheyerdahl, plus many more. Well, maybe not too many more, but there's a small handful of actors in this film. It's a very small cast in a very, well, the actual environment's actually quite small. Like it's not an expansive world or anything like that we look at. We're basically in one building for the majority of the entire movie. We see the outside occasionally, but it's mostly an office building. And the office building, and I'll touch on this later on, but the actual cinematography used for the office building, this building goes all the way up into the sky. Like you see the clouds surrounding it. So it's a really tall building, but we don't see past like the 20th or something floor. Yeah, it's out there. But anyway, the plot. Orson is the authority's newest employee. That's right. The building he works in belongs to the authority. Not quite sure what that means, but yeah. But he finds himself trapped in the absurdities of corporate life, and his alienation deepens when he discovers a room he's told doesn't exist. Yeah. So this movie is a strange film in its setup. The introduction and narration of the main character, the color, the quirky style that's used within the film, yeah, it's just strange, but these are not bad things. But look, let's dive into this and really settle into Corneroffice. Okay, so let's check out the cast. Now we've got John Hamm, and he is our main focus, our protagonist, and he does a fantastic job as the new office drone Orson. You know, the way he carefully navigates his new job at the authority, you know, dodging his co-workers in the very same, very mundane office, it's a sight to behold. Christopherheyerdahl, and hopefully I'm pronouncing that right, Heyerdahl, I believe I am, apologies if I'm not, he delivers an exceptional performance as Orson's boss, Andrew. You never quite know if he is actually on the level though. At some points there's a genuine concern for Orson and what the corner office actually is. And then other times he seems to be the architect or the middleman of a conspiracy about the room. And they're two very opposing sides. But they do work well with John Hamm's performance, as you never quite know if he too is on the level. Is there something wrong with him? Like, is he not all there? Yeah, despite these strong performances, other characters, they do lack a sufficient depth or development. And these secondary characters may come across as one-dimensional or underutilized. And that limits the emotional investment that the audience will have with their fates. Okay, so let's have a look at the directing, cinematography, and writing. So the film maintains a dystopian visual tone with an emphasis on this stark neutrality of the daily grind of the stereotypical office drone. This in turn is in stark contrast to the titular corner office. It's this one area of warmth in this bleak, grey environment, this hidden room with its radiating sunlight, its deep warm wood paneling that instantly makes you feel like curtains are opening before your eyes. And it's with this visually striking cinematography showcasing sleek corporate settings juxtaposed with moments of warmth and sun and light, within Orson's personal introspection and his narration of this journey of his. The use of lighting in these scenes and framing enhances the mood and tension of these key scenes, and it really does immerse the audience in the world of the film. The film satirizes corporate culture, bureaucracy, and the absurdity of office dynamics. Taking on the daily grind and nature of corporate life, it won't appeal to everyone, but for those of us that have or do work in the typical office environment, well, I reckon if you're like me, you'll certainly have a chuckle and smirk at the dark humour. But while it's initially engaging, it does become repetitive and it loses its impact over time. Some viewers may find the pacing slow, especially during the middle act. Certain scenes felt rushed or prolonged. It was a little bit uneven, the pacing, and it can disrupt the narrative flow and diminish the overall impact of pivotal moments. And that can be detracting from a viewing experience. Personally, I didn't find it too bad, but I was invested in the character and the way he was written and what was going on. That's what drew me in. The finale itself, look, I'll be honest, I wanted more out of the ending, like I did. It was good. It, unfortunately, is one of those ones which is open to interpretation, and I'm not going to spoil it, but yeah, it's a bit out there. Okay, so normally this is where I would talk about special effects. In this one, there really isn't any. This is a very sleek film. It's a very modest film. It's done really well though. It's visually, there are things that you pick up through the film that you notice, like this darkness, this almost overwhelming sense of null. It's probably the best way to describe it. The outside environment is just snowy and grey. There is barely any colour anywhere. Even when they go into the office, they're wearing greys, browns, beiges, very neutral colours, very, monotone. But yeah, look, that's probably all I can say about that without getting into it too much, without getting too much away, especially when it comes to the room itself and what happens when Orson goes into the room. This is something you have to experience for yourself when you watch it. But now, onto my final thoughts. So, Corneroffice offers a fresh take on workplace dynamics, and from the view of one person who may or may not be all there. The film itself does fall short on fully capitalising its full potential, but despite its flaws, it remains an interesting watch for those curious about the hidden corners of corporate life. I was invested through the whole thing, and I was intrigued by the Corneroffice. Overall, for a score, I would give Corneroffice a 7 out of 10. There you have it. That is my review of the film Corneroffice. Have you seen this film? Are you going to see this film? Let me know what you thought of it down in the comments below. Again, thank you to Peter from Walkden Entertainment. Definitely check him out. He has a fantastic range of movies, great guy as well. So yeah, definitely go check him out on Instagram. You won't regret it. But thank you very much. And if you haven't already, please do hit that like button. Subscribe to my channel for future content. hit that notification bell so that way you're notified every time I do release a new review. But thank you very much for watching. Have a great day.